Hello, everyone. I'm back. How's it going? This is D-Bomb Gaming, back from his week of vacation in Worthington, Kentucky. Good old Raceland. But we are here to play an absolute favorite of mine that I've been meaning to replay for a while. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Alright. I'm going to turn down the volume on that a little bit. And while this intro movie plays, D-Bomb is going to take his pills. Hey, bud. Oh, I've been meaning to talk to you. You need to get that jury duty thing filled out. Whether you choose to go or try to get out of it, you need to have it filled out either way. Because they will come after you if you don't. I just wanted to warn you. I do. Here's a closer look at my Switch, by the way. Yeah, it is, and it's got Animal Crossing on it, so... So yeah, I got a new Switch while I was away. Hang on, game. I ain't done taking my meds yet. I'm old. Takes me a minute. One of us. Yo, Gabba Gabba. Hey, Daddy-O, what's up? How's it going, pal? Did I... How have you been, pal? I talked to you a little bit while I was on vacation, but not much. Die, monster! You do not belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by
humans
who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
What is a D-ball? A miserable little pile of carbohydrates. Just been trying to get through Sea of Stars. I need to play through that. I've got it, apparently. I think Mitch might have got it for me, or was it you, actually? I think you might have got it. Shut your mouth, game. Then it was probably Mitch. I wish I could group my my Steam games into what ones I bought, what ones were bought for me, and who bought them for me. Together a gifts from friends category I made. See, I don't have those old emails, sadly, so I can't, because I hate, like, not acknowledging someone for their selfless gift. Because no one is ever, like, obligated to buy anything for me. I will never ask someone to get something for me. Because Jen and Tony, when they were still hanging out, they offered to get me Shredder's Revenge, and I said, no, I'll get it. And I ultimately did for my Switch. Fantastic game, by the way. Speaking of fantastic games, we're playing one. So Alucard starts with his own equipment. Really? They're giving out Shredder's Revenge. That's pretty sweet. Absolutely. So while I was over there in Worthington with Jason, we played through the entire Capcom beat 'em up bundle and Turtles in Time, the arcade version. And we played through the first episode of Duke Nukem 3D. Sadly, we did not have time to do the other episodes. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. He said once he gets New Horizons re-downloaded on his Switch, he'll invite me to his island.
Alucard, what is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Still befriending mortals. I'll not ask you to return to our side, but I demand you cease your attack.
I will not.
You shall regret those words. We will meet again.
Does Robert Belgrade still do voice work? But you haven't played in a long time. It's funny because Animal Crossing acknowledges that, apparently. I'm trying to do at least some things daily, but, I mean, like, some of it's hard. That's why you haven't. Are you trying to get the message? I haven't. Aw, yeah, I understand. I'm trying to figure out how to get more villagers, because I only have Shari and, what's his name? Baboom? Or, well, what is his name? I can't remember. Anyway, let's talk turkey. It's good. But also, let's talk about how Alucard has lost his own equipment. No, go ahead. I did go to another island and saw someone, but I couldn't reach them because I couldn't cross the water. I got the Tom Nook wetsuit, but I still can't go in the water for some reason.
Do you have any neighbors yet?
Just the ones you start with. They all have houses now, though.
Dylan dedicated his time on Animal Crossing to getting all the apes.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nice. That's how you get.
Make your own flag and make your own national anthem.
I've made my own shirt, the Bombopolis shirt. It's rad.
Is your place called Bombopolis?
It is.
Great.
It's totally called Bombopolis, and the shirt has a bomb on it with the letter B. Everyone visit Bombopolis who's listening. It's awesome. You won't regret it. Maybe. Spoilers. Have you played it, Bub? Barely. He doesn't own it. He has touched it, so... Meanwhile, mine's digital because it comes hardwired into the console. Oh, speaking of which, here it is. My new Switch. I always like to do this trick to get up here. That way you don't have to wait until after the first boss fight to get the Bass Lord, which is a slightly better weapon than the short sword in my opinion, because you can attack faster. I know in GameCube, or in the GameCube version of Animal Crossing, you could actually get full-on Nintendo games and play them. which they cut that out because they realized that they could profit off of selling those games back to you. I've heard it's really good. I'm going to keep the knife for now. Oh yeah, well I figured it was a bit more primitive, because I mean New Horizons got, what, a good 10 or so years on it? Or 15? It also has things that NH doesn't. Oh, that's cool. I like whatever... Well, I know it has the full-on Nintendo games on top of that, so, like, there's also that. Really? I thought the N64 one was a different game altogether, but I don't know. I just heard that it started on the N64 in Japan and then made its way to GameCube. So don't let those tears hit you, they're poisonous. Maybe more like a reboot. Oh, that's cool. In that case, that makes sense, because we never got Animal Crossing until the GameCube. Came out the same year? Oh, wow. That, right there, that is why. That right there is why I use the knife. It's like one of the few games that the knife is actually really good in. At least at the very beginning. But now we can discard it for something else, potentially, because it won't really do much against the next boss. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, we went to the zoo on Friday during my vacation. The Cincinnati Zoo. And it is a wonderful place, but by God, is it rough on the feet. So, we're going to pick up my favorite sub-weapon in this game, in this room, here in the corner. This is the Holy Ashes Bibuti. Or, as my friend Billy once called them, or Will as he's known now, Bibuti. It basically functions like holy water, except it covers more of a horizontal distance, whereas holy water covers a vertical distance. So, really, either one is super good in this game. Just pick your preference and die on that hill, I guess. You could actually get it to cover more ground, by the way, if you jump and throw it, because it tends to spread out a tiny bit more from what I've noticed. If you are feeling particularly daring, we can go down a little further and fight some enemies that are a little out of our league, but not so out of our league that we can't kill them. Allow me to demonstrate. First off is that iron ball using knights. Then we can fight this big dude over here. Again, that is why I love the Bibuti. It does so much damage. Plus you could stack it on top of what you're already doing. Now, if you wanted to, you can go back and forth and make some pretty good money getting that 250 bag of gold, but there's a better place to do that. Not to mention later on, there's a place where you can grab a $2,000 bag of gold, or a 2,000 gold bag. Which you will need to do because the most expensive item in the game costs 500 grand. And as you may have noticed, we're not exactly anywhere near that number right now.
Bathroom's free, Mom.
What you come out of there?
Probably mine, but you can wear them.
I was just asking to see. Looks like.
You go.
I know.
What?
Just looking at your hair. It's getting really curly. You put that up your dad.
What?
You put that up your dad.
What?
That curly hair.
I thought that was yours.
Honey,
Your hair's curly, his hair's wiry.
that's what it is.
Check it out.
Out there in that sun, you can forget it.
Indo-Chinese spinning cobra.
Cool.
And this poor sad little gator right here in the middle of the reptile house.
You like the shirt?
I do.
It has the blade that almost killed Kojo on it. And then
Nice. Very nice. Sorry, I took a second to look at the pictures Jason uploaded from our time at the zoo. If anyone wants to see them, I'll link them. They're actually pictures his stepdad took.